That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from Art of Europe. This is very early podcast. AC.
Hey.
Matt Pitt.
Yo, why is everybody hating on me having fun?
Yay. Welcome to Shopping Point, everybody. Nice to see you.
So true.
Let's switch. Let's switch happy over here. I gotta be honest, I hate talking about fucking him. I shouldn't have said the F word so early in the stream. Oh well. Where's the They're only giving me.
You're looking for the thumbnail.
Yeah. Looking for the thumbnail. Podcast, webpage, video, audio, file, image. Super. Oh fuck! I even fucked this up.
OMG.
We're talking about Tipster today.
That really is a great.
I've been avoiding it. What's so great about it? It's just
because it looks like a real Tipster thumbnail. I mean, like it looks like something he would actually put on his video, right?
Absolutely.
It's too good.
It's too good.
No, wait, Ethan. Oh, Nathan, Tipster. I'm seeing double. No, I wouldn't diss on Tipster.
Here's a name I haven't heard in years. Brandon God. Guy, he was a NCO. Don't think he was involved in any shenanigans. That's a name I haven't heard forever.
All right.
What do we got here?
What kind of name is Doejenggles, anyways?
That's how do I say Doejenggles? Like doe, like a deer.
I think it's
like Bojangles.
Doe, a deer,
Bojangles,
a female deer.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, here's as this starts. I brought two experts on the show because I've actually been avoiding the whole Tipster thing because I don't know why. I have every right to fucking fuck him up. Yeah. But I figured he wanted to leave gracefully.
He sure left gracefully.
And I was like, I'll leave him alone, but he doesn't seem to be able to do it. And he's actually, I hate to say it, Tips, you're becoming more interesting since you left, And I wonder if he just throw in the towel and then maybe not come back to drama in the way you were before, but maybe do the whole drama news thing as the way you always wanted to do it, or something to that effect. You know what I mean?
I made a joke about this before. It's literally like the Godfather Part 3 thing with fucking Corleone or whatever, like in his old age, and he's like, just when I think I got out, they pulled me back in. Like, it's literally that. Like,
I hate that
but
movie.
To be fair, Tipster, like he knew what he was doing by like getting on that fucking stream last night.
Tipster's always had a problem letting shit slide. I think that's fair to say. I don't think that's like unfair criticism. He just doesn't.
Somebody was saying like the other night too. I forget who was like giving him shit for it, but they were razzing him about like you apologize like way too much, and like like they said it makes him look like a bitch. Which...
and then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for apologizing." No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, he apologized. No, but he did at the end of this whole thing with the Doejenggles thing. He did apologize to her. So like, they had like a whole heated discussion, like a fucking back and forth for like half an hour there, like half an hour straight at least. And then at the end of it, he's like, "Well, I'm sorry if you feel that way.
I'm sorry if you feel that way. It's not exactly ever
an
apology. Sorry they feel that way is nobody means that when they say it. I don't.
Yeah, it was sort of like a tentative, like, oh, I'm sorry that you blew up about this and that it made you feel this way or whatever. But it's not like, oh, I'm sorry I did that.
Now,
so,
at this point,
to give
I
him
know
credit there.
next to nothing. I know some people are mad at me for the Abba and Fresh take. Well, not mad at me, but I should have watched the whole thing.
Fresh and fit.
You can blame Matt for that. I think it's for Abba, Fresh and fit.
Sure.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Abba, Fresh,
Matt.
preach and fit.
I blame Matt. No, I think the thing with that is, it's not that big a deal, and I like if I was gonna get mad at what's his face over it, I have to get mad at every Keemstar video again. Yeah, of course he set it up. Of course he didn't challenge her. He let her talk, and I actually went back and checked the tape. He doesn't say SA. He just says assault. That's the only thing he says. I actually went back and checked. I said SA. Where I said that he said SA, and it's actually incorrect. But I just don't. Yeah, it's a low life move against somebody he's having a beef with. But I mean, what else is new? It's YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's YouTube. It's like Leafy used to say, it's YouTube.com, baby. That's the way he said it. I mean, absolutely, total piece of trash for not straightening it out, giving their side of the opinion. The fact that he could just put an allegation that's questionable, out there, and then run to the hills. Because Diva was saying Black Twitter had a heart attack over it, and the ratio showed.
Oh, she actually talked to you about it, huh?
No, I just saw what you. I watched the show again, and I saw what she was writing.
Okay, yeah, she was in the comments,
and I trust her judgment. I mean, she's not ridiculous, So let's fuck with Tipster. The way I understand this is like this girl is a bit out of line with or maybe this is a similar situation where it's just like Tipster.
Do you want me to sum up what I gathered real quick from the whole debate?
Sum it up, but not in a way that spoils any of this for me. How about that?
Okay. Well, I'll sum it up in that they're problems. I'm saying they're issues with each other,
sure.
Right? So Doejenggles is saying that Tipster has a habit of DMing e-girls and trying to be buddy with them, or trying to force them to be friends with
them.
Well, in a sort of a way, the way she says it, it's she says he's doing weird stuff following and unfollowing and blocking and unblocking to try to get certain people's attention when they won't follow them back, when he wants to reach out to e-girls or something like that. And Tipster, of course, denies it. Tipster's she says he's been doing it frequently over the past 4 years. Tipster says he's only known of Doejenggles' existence for the past couple 2 years maybe, and that he did it interacted with her 4 times or something like that. Yeah, and she maintains Tipster is being a creep, right?
Yeah.
There are other people too. For instance, this morning, AP over 9K, the other e-girl that had a problem with Tipster, and she also was trying to confirm this and verify that oh yeah, Tipster's a creep and he's DMing and he's being inappropriate with chicks. And Tipster maintains sometimes he makes sexual jokes that are clearly jokes and that people are okay with it. And nobody's ever raised an issue with them.
Yeah,
before.
so what? I mean, it's so sick. This is the Puritan culture that's seeping in. And it's bleeding out of the.
It's hectic.
It's bleeding out of the pedo panic. There's a pedo under every rock, and then everybody's trying to scold everybody for being.
Well, what I think
is there any situation here where he's being flirty, a girl says knock it off, and he keeps going?
I haven't really
accused of that.
That
used to be the rule.
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
That used to be the rule. The rules now, if you are flirtatious and somebody has they could even have a retroactive problem with it, then you're some kind of creep. It sounds like she went way overboard, but we'll give him a chance to speak. Well, I guess we're gonna do this from Augie's stream. Here it is.
Yeah,
a Tipster's Bloodsports sex creep review.
What's up? What's going on?
All right, there's 2 sides of this story being told here. We're
Okay,
trying to
so
get to
for
the bottom
4
of this.
years.
What is her already?
Yeah. That's
right.
Doejenggles already. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Coming in hot.
4 years.
So.
Here's the problem I have with the 4 years mark. Tipster really didn't 19, 20, 21, and now he really didn't get rolling until Susie Lou.
And that was like last year, huh?
Tipster had
Or 2 years.
like less subs than me for the first like 3 years I knew him. So it's that off the bat 4 years. I mean, maybe she means 3.5, I guess, but whatever.
For 4 years, Tipster has followed me and then blocked me whenever I don't follow.
I haven't even known of your existence for 4 years. You
say?
See, so already she's like, shut the fuck up, and he's like, I didn't even know you existed, like fucking Thanos or some shit.
I don't think I'm going to like this person very much.
Well, I hope it's she's a fucking hot tamale.
I wanted Tipster to say a bunch of like inappropriate things and giggle.
No, she's like, you know what it reminds me, and maybe this is you know when it's like you get like a Latino woman and she starts like cursing like really loud in like Spanish at you, and everybody's like, and she like starts like beating up, like slapping on the husband over like some shit. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like just going 0 to 100 real quick.
All right, before we get into this more, I forgot to put the work into this. So, all Tipster's insane e-whores should have a death match in a Coliseum. That's pretty funny.
Can you go to slow mo, Tommy?
Oh, we're doing one of those again? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slow motion for me.
Yeah. Slow motion. This takes forever. Oh, I can't show this, can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a great idea.
No. I really have an energy issue. That's my problem. Slow mode.
Hashtag Tipster News, folks. We're like less than 10 minutes in. The slurs already started rolling.
Oh, really? Super.
In the chat, I mean.
I'm all for that. Okay. There we go. No problem. Done.
Yeah, so the Tipster e-girl challenge, the Doejenggles, the Coliseum death match.
You seem pretty salty that you're not one of them. Sorry, but I don't bother with pick me girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it all went down.
Apparently she's already been picked because Mudahar's dating her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is like, you know, of course, Mudahar got involved in this too.
All of Doejenggles simps should have a death match in Coliseum. The winner gets to take her brain, provided they can find it.
No, Ginger Raymoth is the chick that was like Stardust's friend, right?
Oh,
like she was literally on the stage the other day talking about the Jessica Pizzle like stuff, right?
Is Doejenggles the type of chick to get you in a fight? Will start running her mouth in like a fast food restaurant. You just trying to have a Big Mac, and then all of a sudden she starts yelling at the guy across from the conversation she overheard, and next thing you know,
nice
like,
metaphor there.
Do I have
Tommy.
to fight this guy?
Tipster's in a restaurant getting the Big Mac. Okay, buddy.
No, I'm thinking Mudahar is with
already.
No, here's how I see. No, you didn't understand
the food metaphor with
you
Tipster.
didn't understand the analogy.
I know,
Mudahar is
I'm
getting a
fucking-
Big Mac, and all of a sudden his girlfriend starts yelling at Tipster, who's awful stuff in his face with the Big Mac if it makes you feel better. And she doesn't like what he said, and Tipster tells her to fuck off.
It's like a world
Or
star,
Tipster
like,
tells her,
moment
"You're a
almost.
dumb bitch," and then Mudahar says, "Wait a minute, she's pretty smart." You know.
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
like a world star moment where like two people start fighting, and then everybody in the restaurant like gets into it.
Yeah,
and then,
that's
like,
what I'm
punches start
kind of.
getting
That's
thrown.
kind of what I'm envisioning here. Like my metaphor is good, and then it puts Mudahar in a bizarre situation. I used to specifically avoid women like that. I'm not saying she is like that, although I'm getting that impression. Finally, you got to pick her, didn't she? Bro, you are the one who follows me on Twitter each week and then blocks when I don't follow back.
So that's part of what the issue is right there.
Well, isn't he?
That's what they started up the
Really?
debate with, and that's why Tipster comes back with like, I haven't even known of
I
your
wouldn't
existence.
even know if somebody did that to me. How I'm sure people follow me for them to follow me back, and I don't do it, and then they block me. I wouldn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Tipster's whole point. But Doejenggles asserts that it's deeper than that, and it's like there's more.
It's pretty weird though to like follow somebody and then block them. I'll say that. By the way, Lard S has been trying for the last 4 fucking years. Follows me on Twitter every week and then blocks me because I don't follow back. Goes around screeching for people on Facebook.
Searching for people on
Searching
Facebook.
for people on Facebook. How did she know that? Everyone who buys the teddy bear thing is dumb as fuck. Well, what is he then? Like even with let's say you see what happened. Like teddy bear, what are you trying to say he is? Something more like a monster? Like what kind of thing is that to say?
He's not just a big innocent cuddly teddy bear.
Okay, yeah,
He's
you know what?
actually...
I know that. Or you know what? I know that already. That is a false image. But it's not the image you're trying to put out here. Seems like you got kind of mad by a little tweet. Meanwhile, you've been tweeting me for months, and I haven't said a peep until now. So also, I go around searching for people on Facebook. And the reason you're saying a peep now because that does look kind of weird. What the fuck are you talking about? Now, Doejenggles is involved with Technicals, right? And Technicals tried to do the narrative that he's...
They're friends. They're friends.
Oh, they're friends. And Technicals had the fucking narrative that he's disrespecting his wife, if I'm not mistaken. In the video. Is that definite? Because I only watched my part. I'll be honest with you. I'm an egomaniac.
Well, it was Technicals made a joke. I don't know.
No, he wasn't being literal though? I don't know.
No. I don't think so.
I don't think there's I think it's actually a vast minority of people that actually believe oh, he's got a cadre of e-whores and he's fucking them or he's trying to sex DM them while his wife's in the other room. That's a meme. That's the banished Germo type meme.
I've been accused of that too. But I mean, I got to do a show, whatever.
That I tried to.
Didn't you friend request Paige the Panda? Didn't you go and look for Paige the Panda on Facebook?
Paige the Panda?
So, and keep in mind, they're going to bring up something called the lollipop cop thing. Okay, I had to stop at one point in this and ask them because people were saying that she was saying lollipop cock, and that has a completely different implication there. If you're sharing a video,
let's knock it off. Of course, Paige the Panda, of course, for people who don't know, is the girl that was involved in the line maker thing. Now, I could see there's a reason that he would be talking to Paige the Panda covering the story. Because there was a bunch of stories, I want to say a year and a half ago, just before the pandemic, where a line maker was falling asleep drunk on stream and stuff like that. All right, let's hear.
Facebook and friend request her?
I was a maker girl. Yeah, I was in communication with her because we were discussing her GoFundMe.
She quit communication with you, and you went and frickin' friend requested her on Facebook. You went to go look for her on Facebook.
That's not true. That's not true. When I friended her on Facebook,
I have the screenshot.
I'm not saying I didn't friend her.
Why are you doing stuff like this? You always do stuff.
How old is Paige Panda now? She's got to be an adult.
She's an adult now. Yeah, I don't know the context of when he sent that friend request. That's something that was not clarified.
Matt, have you ever found the screenshot that she's talking about? Did she ever post this to Twitter?
No, she never put it on. No, she never posted it.
She's got all. It sounds like she's trying to force her way through here.
Shit
this is good Bloodsports, huh?
Oh yeah.
To get people's attention. You've been doing shit like this for fucking 4 years. I think you're gross.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's so fucking bullshit.
You keep saying I've been doing this shit.
Oh boy, what a pain in the ass.
For 4 years, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I haven't even known.
Hey, Mudahar's has an idea what his divorce is gonna be like already. This is what. No, I'm not even saying that. I hope you guys don't stay together forever. But this is. I'm divorced. This is what it sounds like. That's all I'm saying. Now you know what it sounds like.
I don't follow you back. You saw me in a VC
so
with
you
Colossal.
Think I followed you
saw me in a VC with Colossal is crazy one time and went and followed me on every orifice of social media because
orifice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Choice of words.
She threw out that word, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm in this entire call. And I have to be silent, and she's throwing out, she's screaming.
My Twitter
something
has
about
orifices
vagina. And
it's an orifice of my social media.
This happened it was a whirlwind, dude.
You follow all the vaginas, all right?
Yeah, in every hole, in every nook and cranny.
The ears, the nose, any hole, you follow it.
You're spit roasting me on social media.
God, that's hysterical.
Maybe you thought that
in
was
a VC with Colossal is crazy. I've never been in a VC with Colossal is crazy.
This was 4 years ago. You saw me in a VC with him, and then you started following me.
I've never been in a VC with Colossal.
I never heard Colossal talk about having a conversation with Twitter with Tipster.
You have never been in, but you saw me in a VC.
Jackass still uses fucking Skype up until recently. You know.
Where would I see you in a VC with Colossal's Crazy?
That crazy fucking Irish badass that everybody was like.
Well, he's right about that.
That dumb bitch. That one dumb bitch.
Bro, I don't know the lore of this woman at all. No one will tell me the lore of Irish badass. Like no.
For some other time.
You were in a VC with Colossal's Crazy, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
It showed that you were being a little clout chasey because he wasn't talking to you and he doesn't like you. And on top of that, all of this shit, when it comes to people.
I think you're sucking up. Colossal bitches and moans to me to everybody who he hates, and I don't reveal it. Not one time was a tipster.
Okay. Yeah.
I never heard him say a bad word about Tipster. Like, not once. Like, cloud chasey? I mean, if you wanted to get a hold of him, all you had to do is call me.
This is all you've done. All you've done is try to get people's attention. When anybody gets caught, you did the same thing with Oki. You wanted to go and...
I mean, think about that, Matt. Think about that, Matt. If he wanted Colossal's attention or to talk to him or something like that, I literally, you need to talk to Clown. Yeah, I don't have his socials. It's instant.
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, you're the guy.
I mean, I don't know. In fairness to her, I don't know it or him. I don't know if he knows that. But if he needed him for anything, and anyway, Colossal really, unless he's doing it in a different, which is possible, because I call him directly now. I don't get in VCs anymore or group chats or anything like that. But I mean, I don't think he's bouncing around. He's got a life, from what I can see. And if he is doing it, he's probably doing it in the pyrocynical area, if I had to guess.
Bury the hatchet with him when he got a little bit of clout when his video started taking off. And then you wanted to like go around and make an apology tour with all of his friends.
You seem to be making a lot of assumptions about...
She really is. And there's not one thing. This is... when I see somebody argue like this, the instant that they're avoiding something, it's just like she's firing a machine gun and hope, she's like spray and pray. That's what this sounds like, a spray and pray situation for all you third-person shooters out there. First-person shooters. Third, too, I guess.
About me with
There's
like no ground whatsoever.
There. It's actually there.
You're talking about how I followed you when I seen you in a VC with Colossal's Crazy. I've never seen this
so many times.
This has literally never happened.
This is literally the kind of shit that you've done for like 4 years.
It's safe to say this girl has BBCD.
Bitch be crazy disease.
You try to collect women.
I don't know about that. I mean, she could be legitimately angry about something, but she's certainly not getting to the point.
Now, okay.
This is definitely something that goes back a while. She's been holding on to a grudge for a while.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, she's pissed off. I'll give her that. But I mean, like, it sounds like. I mean, I don't know the situation, but it sounds like a couple different.
I want to throw this out there because this is a theory some of us had. Some of us in that call, and what if she fell for like a fake tipster? What if she like saw like a fake tipster at some point?
That would be fucking funny.
That's possible, but I don't know.
I've fallen for fake tipster.
Hashtag tipster news. Like maybe on Twitter. On Twitter, it's possible. I don't know about the Discord call thing. I don't know if like that would be a fake tipster or whatever that like tried to join a call or what. But on Twitter, it could be possible. It could be possible. Great. People have fallen for it before. People have tagged the wrong tipster. People fell for it.
It'd be really great. It'd be really great. In this Gatling gun of allegations that are coming out, all of a sudden she says, and you're really insensitive about 9/11.
Yeah, like,
that would be fucking great.
Like imagine she like saw she went on like the fake tipster TikTok and like saw all the videos where it's like when my wife like sees me DMing it I'm DMing my e-whores, sexting them, and my wife is in the other room. Like
I leave Mudahar out of it. His girlfriend, she's an influencer trying to be an influencer herself. This is on her. I'm not gonna dump on Mudahar. I don't dump on people's unless they're I don't know. Unless it's like unless it gets it's like what's an IDub situation where they're both kind of a tandem.
I really have nothing personally against Mudahar or his girlfriend. Just the instance of his girlfriend on here is like 0 to 100, right? And if Tipster's like being calm and level-headed for most of this, and she's like going off, it does make Tipster look more like sensible.
Well, I could call Clown and find out if Tipster was sucking him off.
Yeah.
I can find out about that. Has he been like, trying to suck your cloud? I just, maybe he did. I don't know.
I have no idea. My
men
thing is, I
just
was waiting
watch
for the
porn.
evidence, right?
Yeah, I could see.
There's like evidence that this chick has, screenshots and everything, but I just haven't seen it so far. And she didn't link anything in the chat while this whole thing was going on. Matt just said like he didn't find any screenshots on her Twitter about it, anything like that. And there's a lot of shit coming out right now. There's there's all these other people coming out, these detractors of Tipster, like shitting on him right now, saying like they have evidence of this and that. But I'm not seeing anything from Doejenggles in particular. Maybe it's out there. Maybe she's posted it somewhere and I didn't see it. I don't know.
Well, I will say this: I would, if you don't want to be in this position. I mean,
wait.
What?
Sorry, Nick posted something in chat. He said, "Fake tipsters have evolved to full voice modulation, virtually identical to Tipster. They now can have entire voice conversations. AC, MC Jarbo tech." Like, okay, that's actually not a bad point.
So it's like, is it really possible that she fell for something and is taking
you think
out?
somebody like spliced a whole conversation of like responses to Doejenggles or like off in the voice chat?
I don't know if she fell for that. It's possible.
Oh,
it would have to be
like
it would have to be within the year.
Like the fake tipster passes the Turing test, like fucking Blade Runner or some shit. Like,
let's listen to more of this madness. This is quite good. Chaotic Gnome. Sorry, I wasn't trying to dump on him. Mostly her, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Don't dump on him. I don't want to get that going.
Well, explain more through more donations.
Yeah. Explain yourself, asshole.
Yeah.
There you go.
Going to be one of them. So I'm going to make fun of you for it.
I get that everybody thinks like the e-girl memes are like real, but just because I'm friends with women doesn't mean I'm trying to fuck them.
Guys. Dude. Guys, this isn't very productive. I'm going to ask you a question.
This is why this goes back and fucking, hey, everybody that says it's awful that I'm not friends with women because I'm married, all right? I don't get this guy, and why do I do it? I wish I had fucking Doc here. No offense, Matt. I wish Doc was here because this is a narrative I've been hitting on for years, and fuck you, Burst, while you're at it, because he's making fun of me for this shit too. This is why I don't do this. Because I'm going to end up in this, I'm going to end up in Augie stream saying, "What are you talking about?" you know, like I don't do this. Like when I say like I don't start this and they're like friends, I don't have close relationships with women online. I closest one would be maybe Kat, and well, I mean, God, she's old enough to be my grandmother. Well,
Speedy
not
Bird.
Yeah, Speedy Bird's not even old enough to be like, yeah. This is why I don't do it, you know. But do I hang out and talk and be friendly? But as far as being friends online, that's a really bad idea because some crazy person come and twist it, and you ought to really think about that. The way when people like, remember who was the girl that I got into it with 2 summers ago? That we were with me and John Swan and Nick were like pushing her because she was really fucking funny. And then I had her on, and she called me out. And she says, "I don't like this policy you have with women. It's wrong." I'm like, "What's wrong about it? I serve one woman. I serve my wife. That's it. And I certainly, can be cordial and friendly and go into VCs and chats once in a while. But then, I don't normally do private calls with women for just this reason." What was that?
Jessica says Tommy Sims for me, but isn't my friend. Okay.
We're friends, Jessica, but
what about Jessica Pizzle, Tommy?
There's, yeah, but I don't talk to these people privately.
But you do say you
I have
want to
called
lick her.
Jessica privately. I have called Jessica, but you know what I did when I called Jessica is I put the speakers on, out of respect for my wife. I think that's. I personally think it's. I know it's like a super conservative way to do this. I know you're kidding me, Jessica, and you have similar views on this than I do, right? But the reason I do it is so I don't have problems like this. I love Jessica. I love Stardust.
No e-sex until e-marriage.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's like I can't be I can't be your best friend anymore. You know what I mean? You go, "Well, we're not
well, it's like
best friends." I can't do that anymore. You have a husband.
It's sad to say this, but it really is like fucking Hollywood now, where it's like you cannot be alone with like a woman that's not already your girlfriend or like your wife. For like any amount of time, because then it leads to some sort of allegation. I don't think you should
have close, like as close as I am to Matt. Okay, I don't think I should have a relationship with a female like I do Matt.
I thought you were going to say.
I think if I ever issue the female, it should be like, Jesus Christ. This is half the fucking problem. You can't talk like a human being without, having the fourth grader in class going, boobies.
I'm a sniper.
Boobies.
Like, you throw me some fucking... What am I supposed to do?
No. Diva. I consider her a friend too, but and I've helped her out and stuff before. But we don't talk on the phone every day like me and Matt do, right? And if she got in some relationship problem, well, she's single now, so I'd probably be a little more liberal on that. I would have to say, you really ought to talk to your husband about this, and I would do the same thing for Jessix. I'm not here to be leaned on when we're both single and friends. That's over. I'm married. That's over. Right. You're done. Right. And look, my strict conservative, and I'm not a conservative, but in this area I am. My conservative way of dealing with women is to avoid scenarios like this. The best example, and I always praised him for it, was Ninja. Ninja went on and said, "No, I don't stream with women." And he only ever did stream women when he does it in a group, because his wife would be upset about all the comments, the sex comments that are guaranteed to come. So he doesn't do it, and he stood by it, despite all the feminists having a heart attack. I mean, I remember, who was the ex-vice president? What the fuck was his name? Mike Pence. He won't go anywhere without his wife. Mm-hmm. And he took a lot of criticism for that, I'm closer to Matt Pitt than my wife. I'm not closer to Matt Pitt than my wife. I just the paraphrase.
His name is paraphrasing.
But there is a line. Now, look, any guys, Diva, you guys know. I mean, I'll break the rules if you're really in trouble. But when it comes to emotional conversations, here's a conversation that me and Jessica will have: gaming, politics, YouTube drama. But I'm not going to tell her anything, I'm having problems with my daughter, stuff like that. And that's not for her, or certainly not having problems with my wife. That's the line.
Dude, remember that one Valorant player a month or 2 months ago that wouldn't be in a lobby with a girl at all?
I'm not that bad.
No, but I'm just saying that there's a reason people are well, he has a point.
Yeah, I'm not that bad. I'm not that, but I do think there's a line with that. And I could certainly I don't think that any of these women would ever do anything inappropriate or disrespect my wife. All right, but I do have a line there, and I think Tipster. I do follow a few big girls. I follow, what's her name, Star. She was actually on the show years ago, and I still follow and speak to every so often. Who's pregnant, by the way? Ari.
What did you do there,
Shay Carl?
What did you do?
The Shay Carl girl. I can't. Aria. I still talk to her. Yeah, wife is number one, Stardust. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But that doesn't mean I can't fuck. If somebody called me up, if Stardust called me up and says, fucking so and so really bugged me. Yeah, I'd certainly hear her out. But if it gets too personal, I have to say, well, then you need to talk to so and so. Mm-hmm. That's all. And so there's got to be a distance once you get married. What about Ion? Ion, I probably talk more personally with her than probably most women. But I didn't have speakers on my thing yet. So, but most of our chats were in groups and stuff like that too.
Right. Well, Tommy, you're not on trial here. Tipster is. So let's get back to the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my point is this: Tipster, take my policy. It causes a lot less issues. And for you relationship guys out there, once you have a girlfriend or a woman or a wife, there's no more, oh, she's my best friend though from high school. No, she's not. She was your friend. You serve one woman. That's it.
No side hose.
No, it's not even no side hose. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but it avoids situations like this.
Doejenggles, do you think Tipster was ever trying to hit?
I think he just tries to collect girls, and I think that's gross. Even if he's not, even if he's
like a menagerie,
I think he always just tries to gather girls and just have this little section of girls. And to me, when I look at a dude that goes around talking about how he's married, but then he'll sit in voice chats with. This is just my personal opinion, and I don't care if anybody else doesn't really fucking like it. Enough. But if you sit in a voice chat for hours with women that aren't your wife and talking about NSFW art, I could think you're kind of gross, because I'm going to tell you.
Do you really think that happens, or is this something that you pulled out of your fucking ass?
I've seen messages that you've sent to girls at 4 a.m. I'm bored. You up?
Literally, if
wait a minute.
fucking rando, if Budahar did that to some fucking rando, I would not be dating him because that's.
Yeah, I let's see. To me, I mean, she's kind of right in the sense that she's tipster. Someone's jealous they weren't allowed in the tipster. Well, I was. She just mentioned a situation. I was gonna do love phone. Say, I'm glad I did this. Like I would never write Jessix and say I'm bored. You want to bullshit? Never. The last time I wrote Jessix is I told Tommy that you were a pro Mercy player. My son loves Overwatch. Would you do a voice chat with me and Tommy right here in the arcade? And she said she would do it, and then Tommy chickened out. You know, like I think that's appropriate. That's okay, and it all can be heard. And you know, my wife could walk right by, and you know, I don't think that's my wife. Here's the funny part: my wife would let me have a best friend. That's the bizarre part. But it's my experience. My experience tells me that it eventually causes problems.
Nicholas Diorio with $4.99 says Tommy is lying. I knew him for years. We walked in on him on Discord watching The Notebook with their cameras on, alone at 2 a.m.
Notebook.
Him and Jessica.
I would watch that. I would get it. My wife would get a divorce. I would dare watch that with her. The Notebook. Hey, babe, have you ever watched The Notebook? Oh, she's asleep already? She better not. Jesus.
You're like screaming at her from the other room. Hey, you ever watch The Notebook?
Hey, babe,
funny joke! I got a donation! $5! Wake up!
Hey, babe, you want to watch The Notebook with me and my e-girls?
Hey, do you know what Jessix is?
No, she does know what Jessix is.
I know
that's another thing. I tell her about everybody. Collecting them girls like Pokemon. Got to catch them all.
Fucking gross.
Here's another thing. Where if his wife has no problem with this, she needs to shut the fuck up. That's the end of it. Like, I don't. Why is it so? It's gross. She's so trying to push this towards like some kind of like sex creep thing, and I think that's pretty shitty. A lot shittier than what he's doing. Anything that he's doing, like with e-girls, if he's being that's between him and his wife. And anything you're saying is it just looks like you're making drama.
Well, I'm sorry you're insecure and my wife isn't. I'm sorry you're insecure.
Well, that kind of proved what I was kind of talking about.
My wife isn't.
I can think that you're gross.
Wait a minute.
You can think whatever the fuck you want to think about me. Yeah. But when I'm being told that you guys are staying on a live stream, that I'm desperately trying to be friends with you when that's not fucking true, I'm going to call it out.
You did.
She is so desperately trying to attach a stigma on this guy. It's beyond obvious. Beyond obvious.
Wait, that's quick. Donated $1. Tommy, Discord call. Oh fuck. Hold on. You said like a Discord call talking to a woman equals bad. Discord like group call watching Belle Delphine porn good.
Based equals based.
Equals based. Yeah.
Paused by news team. They're all guys.
I was not on the news team. I was not on the news team.
Were you there? I definitely
was.
No,
I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Man, I wanted to see the porn. Sure. What the fuck do I? What am I like?
I can't judge. We saw Tipster like porn live on air last night.
Well, nobody seemed to have a problem when Leafy's dick was leaked to me. We weren't sitting there masturbating. I said, like, throw that on, and then some dude was doing her from behind while she had a big stupid grin on her face like this. That's it. That was the end of it.
What?
Wait, yeah. Leafy or Belle Delphine?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I think it was, the conversation went like this. Freak, she's doing porn now. Core, I have it. Tommy, I want to see it. Wow, that was it. We were like sitting there.
Leafy cosplaying as Belle Delphine getting fucked in the ass to own the e-girls.
Yeah, I got Leafy. Somebody sent me Leafy's dick. There, we needed the evidence that his stuff leaked and his PayPal got taken over, or whatever it was. How big was Leafy's dick? We did a whole fucking thing on it, Nesquik. We have to go back, like Tobes.
There's a whole show on it.
There's a whole show on it, and not only that, we got an expert. Right? How big is Leafy? Like I said something like. I guess Leafy made out all right in the hung department. And Tobes come on, who's a gay man, and exchanges pictures of his dick with somebody. Says, no, there's a trick to what he's doing. If you hold back in your skin and you shave like Leafy does and push back, it makes it look bigger than it is. And I'm like, Tobes is an expert. So what the fuck? I couldn't argue with him.
to figure out, to calculate Leafy's dick size.
Well, you see, as the penis is pointed a quarter.
You understand how bad that this whole thing.
By the way, I am allowed to watch porn. I've been told, given permission, no problem with it whatsoever. That is not a problem with my wife, so I can.
Brittany Venti is crying right now.
Yo, I'm allowed. Yeah, my wife has no problem with it. I don't know that she doesn't. And I'm not even a big porn. We have no fucking nudity rules in the server.
What is this conversation? I'm not even a big porn guy, but we can watch porn. I'm
not as big as Freak is. I'm not as big as I guarantee you.
My wife knows I'm friends with Jessica. I can watch porn whenever I want. Look,
I can watch porn whenever I want. I wish my wife. Hey, are you here?
Doing, step bro?
Every other week.
So does a follow mean that I'm trying to be your fucking friend?
Because you're trying to get me to open up my DMs, dumbass. I'm not fucking
No,
dumb.
that's not the case. Following someone doesn't mean you're trying to communicate with someone and become their best fucking friend. I guess it means I'm friends with fucking Hulk Hogan because I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a good point. You know?
This 4 years of this, guys. 4 years.
Yeah, she's trying to. I think that's dirty. She's trying to attack some kind of like sex stigma on him, and that's 4 years of this. Come on, give me a break.
I haven't even known of you for 4 years. I haven't even known of you. I wasn't even in the commentary community in 2018. How the fuck was I going to know you in
2014?
That's when you were That's when you were like transitioning.
It's a lot longer than 4 years ago.
Over because it was around the page stuff. That's when I was on your radar, but you did that to her, and that's
2014. That's I know that's untrue. I didn't meet Tipster 26. He was doing mostly retro gaming. If he did 2014, which I think the Page to Panda thing was 2015, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because Colossal was covering all that stuff. He may have veered over to that direction, but up until 2018, he was 100% retro gaming. And fighting with Billy Mitchell and all those jerk-offs. So I don't buy her story at all. Like, at all. He may have followed them and blocked them, but I'm actually a little sketched on that as well. I'm not buying this. This is too much of a desperate attempt.
That's kind of fucking creepy.
That's creepy. He wants the audience. Like, we got 1,000 people in here. Like, that's creepy. You followed me. She's providing nothing.
Kind of fucking creepy.
I don't think it is. We were in communication because I was helping her promote her GoFundMe.
No. She stopped communication with you, and then you went and found her on Facebook.
That's not true. That's not how the timeline works out. That's not how the timeline worked out.
I've been talking to this girl for 4 years.
Okay, but that's not how the timeline worked out.
How did the timeline work out?
Did she produce anything?
She never produced anything.
Okay. Nah, I'm not shocked.
I'm telling you,
I have to wonder. I'm at the point now where I have to wonder where she's lying.
I have her state. She sent me a statement, by the way.
Let me see the statement.
You want me to read it?
Sure.
You want me to send it to you? Or you want me to read it?
Read it.
From the desk of Doejenggles.
She says, "Hey, I can't come on, but my whole point is I don't have to like Tipster. Tipster is acting.
I got that point, sweetheart. But here's the thing: you're trying to I clearly see what you're doing here. Like you're trying. That's creepy. This creepy. He follows you, Igor. That's creepy. Come on. Like I'm not stupid. I got that. And in fact, Doejenggles, when you said that, I even said like you're entitled to that.
Yeah.
You know, you can think he's a creep all he wants. You know.
This was 10 minutes ago, but I've dished it. I can take it. I think he's a creep. I don't like him. End of story. Leave my boyfriend.
But that's not now. See, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I think it's end of story now because people are asking you to produce the fucking follows on Facebook. That if you went in there and said just that on Augie's show, then yeah, sure. Like I think you follow these girls. I think you're disrespecting your wife, and that's my opinion. If you don't like it, but Tipster just comes back with my wife doesn't have a problem with it, and then like why is it your business? And then also in this, for 4 years, 4 years you've been doing this. You're trying to seem like you've had enough of his sexual creepiness, and this is what it's culminated to. I'm not buying that, not at all, not even like a little bit.
She's talking about 4 years.
You're trying to paint him in a corner, and now it's this is my opinion. And by the way, you are entitled to your opinion, but that's not what's going on here. And I think everybody in the chat, anybody watch that knows this.
4 more years. Tipster News.
Yes, because I was acting.
She never ever accepted your friend request. It's still fucking sitting there, my dude. What the fuck?
I mean, I don't know if she accepted it or not, and
No,
it doesn't
she
fucking
didn't.
matter.
She
You're
didn't,
trying to
because
make
It's
this.
been sitting there for years because if you don't fucking answer it, then it just stays in that state. I've probably followed people on Facebook from fucking 10 years ago and it's still sitting there if they didn't follow me back. What does that have to do?
Same with like message requests.
This is a microcosm. Amber Heard, I trust her 100%. This is a microcosm of what I'm talking about. You followed her a couple years ago and she didn't follow you back, and it's just you're not explicitly saying it, but you are implying that he was just hovering over her account for the last 4 years, and that is creepy. But I mean, if you follow somebody on Facebook and they don't follow them back, it just stays in that state. Unless you and what's wrong with Paige the Panda? Why doesn't she said no friend request, reject it? So it just sits there. She hasn't rejected it yet.
Listen to something that it's not. I'm telling you that I was
Twitter
actively.
and you didn't have open DMs with her anymore, so you went to go fucking.
Creep show art.
She's a soldier of creep show art.
You know what I mean?
Find her on Facebook.
That's not true. That's not how the
fucking Tipster's being totally calm throughout this whole thing too.
timeline worked out.
Yeah.
That's not how the timeline worked out. That is not.
She argues like my fucking daughter.
know,
Yes, it did. Yes. And sometimes my son. No.
Or not, she like accepted your friend request. So how can you say?
I don't know, and I don't
time
care
it-
whether
yeah,
she
okay.
accepted it or not. What does it matter?
Then why go look for her then?
Like I said, we were in active communication at the time.
No,
I
you
didn't think it was a
weren't.
big deal.
No, you weren't. She was done. You gave her the lollipop cop video,
Well, he might have been under the impression she was under active communication.
and that was over.
Okay, so like I don't get
Okay,
the,
all right. So then why would you
go?
go seek her out on Facebook? That's like creep fucking status. A girl that's got
I mean,
some
you can
fucking
keep
like.
saying-
All right, that proves it right there. That this is not. This is not. I have a problem to go home. Nah, I don't buy it. I don't know if it proves it right there, but I mean, come on.
We weren't in active
All this has been is a Gatling gun. If you know what a Gatling gun, you turn the crank, and you're seeing what it's like throwing shit till it sticks in the wall.
Communication at the time, but
You
we
weren't,
were
because I
We
was. I
absolutely
talked to her
were.
every day. Still talk to her every day. You weren't in active communication with her at the time. You had a couple of DMs. You gave her the lollipop cop video, and you went on your way.
By the way, Tipster sent me a friend request, and I never took it. And there's a reason for it. And I think it's probably still hanging.
Is he trying to fuck you?
No, here's what he's trying to do.
Sure?
He thought it was just like my Facebook account has too much of my family on there, and that's not for internet people, and that's fair enough. And I don't know if I ever mentioned it to him. I follow him on Twitter. I got access to him on Discord. There's no reason to have him on Facebook. No, nobody. The only guy I don't even like, not even the news guys. The only guy I have is like Xanta. Right? And I
Yeah,
see
who the
Xanta
fuck
in
uses
Burbank.
Facebook? Hold on,
I've
besides
traveled to
boomers.
England. No, I don't really.
Tipster.
Because I don't
Well,
want people
I
talking
count
about
him.
the show in front of my fucking family and relatives and stuff like that. And it's just army, family, and what have you. So Tipster's probably request is still there to this day. Nothing personal. I'm sure you can live with it. So I don't know why this proves without a doubt to you. And I got to question your honesty that this is some kind of creepy behavior. So he followed her. She didn't follow him back. Okay.
Like, yeah, that's like, how many times did she try to follow her? Like it's all about, is he being pushy? Is he like, doing other things? Like,
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
nothing.
evidence.
I gotta take.
It's
I
a
got
nothing
one
burger.
sec.
There's no substance. Yeah.
Fucking, I gotta bring this up because Connor fucking keeps saying this. Real-talk Connor. He keeps like saying that like Tipster's being creepy and he's supporting Doejenggles and all this other shit. You fucking come on and like talk about it. Like, if you're gonna like talk so much shit about it, I really actually want to hear you like discuss it with like Tommy and Matt and me, because like I don't feel like
just by
you
repeating
watch
over
the same
and over,
thing.
you're creepy. It's
Like
just
Connor,
all
I
right,
get
you're
that
entitled
that's
to your
like something that you
opinion,
can like you get views off of shitting on Tipster, fine, whatever. But like, I mean, if you're gonna say that this is like creepy, then fucking like defend it and have some like balls. I don't like he constantly is like covering this stuff, and I don't get it. He has a huge hate boner for Tipster, and if Tipster does something cringe, yeah, it's fine, whatever. But like,
he's still.
I want to like actually like hear it. I want him to fucking nut up and like talk and call in or something.
Okay.
So
yeah, and I also helped her promote the GoFundMe and donated to
Tipster. Hey, Tobes.
Want to see my dick?
After you got her Twitter nuked and she didn't follow you back, you looked for her on Facebook.
Wait, Tipster got her Twitter banned?
No. He got his Twitter banned, and then she didn't add him back. She didn't add him back on Twitter because it was private, and then he went and looked for her on Facebook.
That's not true.
Well, did they ever have a formal disagreement where it's like, please don't contact me again?
No, we've never had any disagreement whatsoever.
No, but she doesn't really talk to really anybody. But like, if you're not really talking to somebody on Twitter, why would you go look for them on Facebook?
This is her trying to paint the creep thing. Yeah, it's beyond obvious.
I think the Facebook's probably a weird step, but I mean, I don't think Tipster thought she didn't want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. But there was nothing malicious.
Where is the I've come on to you, I've said no, and then I rejected it? That that used to be the standard. Like, I come on to Stardust tells me, look, I'm really not comfortable with that, and then I keep doing it. That used to be the standard. Like, now it's not even that. We haven't gotten close to that at this point.
With somebody and they don't follow you back,
malicious,
and then you go back. No, it may not be malicious, but it's just weird, dude. It's like,
I mean, if you think it's weird, that's fine. But I'm telling you right now,
if Tipster just made a brand new account, it's possible that like
she did. She knew. No, she knew. Actually knew.
Okay.
She actually knew. I mean, she just didn't want to because he had been talking to too many people at this point. About like the situation. People. Yeah, you had talked to too many people about.
I just want to remind everybody where this started. By the way, Lourdes has been trying for the last 4 years, follows me on Twitter. This is about you initially. Every 4 weeks and he blocks me and I don't follow back. He goes around searching for people on Facebook.
Yeah, the original thing is because she just made a tweet, like, you know, talking shit about the e-whores and everything. Tipster responded.
It's just a weak.
Called her a pick-me girl.
Big weak. There's an old fucking internet, like fucking 2014 weak sauce.
The Lollipop Cop video, and you were just trying to get the ball rolling because you were desperately trying to get to Clown at the time.
I have trouble believing, just from a personal standpoint, and just the fact that if he needed to talk to Clown, it's like he's gonna click fucking the telephone button on Discord.
Desperately trying to get to Clown at the time. Clown reached out to me. Clown reached out to me. I never reached out to Clown.
He reached out to you because you had actually kind of fucked up.
Send this to Clown. I don't know if I'm going to be able to repeat what he fucking responds with, but I'm definitely interested about this. I'm sure it's going to be between me and him, and I'm never going to be able to say anything. And I don't think I'd want to either. I was like, is there any truth to this? I want to know for myself.
A little bit, but that's like semantics.
Oh, wait a minute. I just tipped her off. She's going to go running to Clown. That was stupid.
You won't get it.
I mean, he didn't communicate that to me, if that's the case. He never communicated that to me.
The Clown bitches about fucking everybody. He never bitches about Tipster once.
Just saying, like, I think you do a lot of things to get people's attention, but I think at the same time, when you go out on a limb like that,
I think you're reading a lot of things into what I do and to things they aren't. I mean, for fuck's sake, you're trying to like make it seem like I was desperately fishing from a follow for you. That's not the case. Just because I follow you,
why follow and then like block when I don't follow back? Why do that, like, maybe, every couple of weeks? That's a little fucking weird.
Not every couple of
Why
weeks.
Not just walk away? You've done it so many times. Like, I can't even
in fairness, have we figured out why he's following her and block her? Has he admitted to that? Has he nutted up to that?
He talks about it later on.
He said he did it 4 times.
He did do it 4 times.
Yeah, he said he did it 4 times.
Why? What was his explanation? What's his explanation?
He said she would say something annoying, so he'd block her, and then he'd like second guess it and follow her back.
He says it's either because like
Tipster,
he says
what's the matter with you?
He says he does this stuff. He said that does that with everybody.
She doesn't like get blocked by like somebody's got 100K. That's what this. Who are you kidding? And she probably came in thinking like I got him, and I'm so sick of him doing this to me. It sounds like she wanted to be his friend, and you know what? I got to be honest with you, Tipster. You really need to stop doing that. Right?
He says he does that with everybody. He says he blocks them occasionally when they say something annoying and he doesn't want to see them, and then he cools off. Or when he's mad at somebody but he realizes he was in the wrong is when he unblocks.
Yeah. I got a theory myself. I think this got really aggressive around the time Tipster and Oki's Weird Stories had a debate.
Okay.
Right when the technical stuff was happening.
Didn't Oki's Weird Stories get absolutely obliterated? If I buy Tipster and fucking Nick?
It became a screaming match. Well, no, the Oki's Weird Stories debate with Nick, he was obliterated. But Oki also had a debate with Tipster, which Tipster kind of like screamed at him and just kind of like kicked him off the debate.
And Doejenggles brings up
but if I remember
Oki's
correctly, Oki didn't gain the ground, and he was totally bad faith, if I remember correctly. Is that right? It was quick. We covered
with
it.
Nick?
No, with Tipster.
Tipster. Yeah. Well, I don't remember specifically. It's been a while, but yeah, I think it was like he was being an asshole and Tipster was being an asshole back. It was more of just. It wasn't like a logical debate. You know what I mean?
No, it was like a Bloodsports thing, but it was it wasn't that long, I don't think, either. It was not a long call. And Oki got kneeled on. Like that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, it was more like Tipster brought
flashback.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Tipster's a creep. Put it if you 2 in the chat if you think this is a nothing burger. Quick poll. I want to see that. Maybe I'll even get a poll.
Here you go. Is Tipster a
And like a good YouTuber, I'll change my mind to whoever the fucking poll comes out. You know, actually,
will Pokemon go to the polls on this one?
Is Tips a creep? So somebody can't vote once. So it's mostly 2. CRAP. I mean, she is entitled to this, but it just doesn't. And I can't read into her heart. It just doesn't feel like that's where this is coming from.
So, because I looked up tweets from Doejenggles to Tipster. Now, obviously, I don't have Tipster's tweets because he nukes his Twitter all the time. But there's tweets with her being cordial with him from like 2019, maybe 2021. But again, there's no full context to it. You know what I mean? Because Tipster's tweets are deleted. I could send those to you, but again, we're just seeing one side of it. What's up?
Why how come I can't send this? I'm having a boomer moment here. Okay, here we go. Ask my community. Just did it now. Go hit that one too. There we go. Can you make those too? Or I'm the only one that can do that?
I don't think I can make
polls. Do you see a little poll at the bottom of the I don't know.
Nope.
Well, it'd be a lot
I can't wait till we get a resounding yes from the poll. Everybody just trolls the shit out of you.
Yeah, it'd be really fun.
I feel like the yes.
Nah, you're gonna fuck up the poll. It's 71% at this stage. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So Tipster's not a creep. That's what I should do everything. I should just run my life through polls through the you know. Should I take out this loan? You know, just run it through the thing. You did change.
Should I end it all in Minecraft?
It's 31%.
99% yes.
It's 70-30. It's a little lower than I thought it would be. Weird. 70-30. Go change your. Tell the truth. Don't I really want to know.
Speak from your heart.
Speak from your heart. You think he's a creep? He's a creep. Whatever. You know, I know women that would have a real problem with what he's doing with e-girls for sure. Like a huge.
I don't understand. Like the people that call him a creep, they're very adamant about it, but I don't understand what their reasoning is whatsoever. And I just want like somebody to like actually explain that. Like if somebody would like call in after all this and explain, then that'd be cool. But
you can make the argument that he's a bit of a flirt, but he hasn't gone past that line where it's like, oh shit, Tipster's like that's bad. You know what I mean?
Like my take was that maybe he's made some awkward comments in the past. Like a bunch of fucking people online that like say awkward things about like porno stuff or whatever. But like it's never been over the line where somebody had to fucking blow the whistle on him. It's always just been a certain minority of people that bring it up to shit on him.
Is that okay? Is it a little crusty? That's what the kids say today, right?
Well, let me ask you this, Tommy. If you DM'd a woman, say you're friends with her, and you're like, "Hey, I like your profile pic, pretty hot."
No,
lol. Is that how bad is that? Is that bad? Is that?
I think it depends on the individual. For me, it's bad. But I don't kind of enforce that on other people. I'm really conservative in this department. So it's really tough for me to think if Tipster's wife doesn't have a problem with that.
It's the meme about like isn't there someone you forgot to ask, and it's like I consent, and then so the guys that's not in the bed, I don't. Like it was just like that. It reminds me, it was like that with the Prague fucking debate about like Tipster, Tipster's gonna kill himself. Oh, like nobody said that. Tipster's fine with how he's getting treated. He just needs to take a break, and then like other people are fine with joking about it and joking about this. You're the only one that has a problem with like these. With jokes online.
With jokes,
by the way, Doejenggles showed proof of the friend request. She did censor everything, though. So
she just showed proof of the friend request to censor everything. Okay.
She censored everything.
So what? I mean, that doesn't really get around. Like that doesn't make she was following him for 4 years. It means he put a friend request in. Why didn't she? You have an opportunity to reject those on Facebook.
Yeah, well, let me try and play devil's advocate. Don't you think it might be kind of weird if you use your personal Facebook to send a friend request to someone within the commentary community spectrum?
Yes, if you're not a boomer.
Good fucking point.
Yes,
I guess.
Yeah, I think it would be weird if Tipster kept sending me requests and say, "Hey, what the fuck? Why'd you follow me back on Facebook?" By the way, you never did to me anyway. Yeah. But I don't have nice tits, not yet. Tipster's wife. I don't mind Tippy talking to e-girls. You should get a load of the e-boys. I have my DMs. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like a thing. Like she would have a problem with that if Motorhard did that. Okay, I wouldn't be dating him. Well, not everybody's like that. You know, I don't mind flirtatious people, flirtatious women, like there is a line, you know. But I mean, I don't know if Tipster's anywhere near it, and he hasn't even crossed the old standard is I say no. No hasn't been said. I mean, send me the fucking. All right. There's no here. Okay, send me the friend request.
It's in your DMs.
If my DM's good. All right, then I'll prove it right now. If that be the case. All right, here's a friend request. All right. This is the end of the fucking Facebook debate right now. Respond. There's none. You can actually undo this right here. And not just let it sit. So there's not a no. So whenever he posted this, she decided for whatever reason, I do it too, just to let it hang. There's no.
Also, you got to realize, like, this is a button press. This is like a 1 second decision where he presses a button.
Yeah,
it's not like it's not a fucking, like, he's not jumping into DMs. He's not manipulating. He just pressed a button.
You know, I take everything back.
And he never did anything. Like, did he call? Why'd you follow me on Facebook? I mean,
Tipster is a total creep. Look at that profile picture.
Tipster's still hanging on mine. I might have undid his. So I said no. Yeah, I think I undid his. But it's like it's not even because of him, or it's just like I don't want to keep my online life away from my actual personal life, and I don't have a lot of other options because I have family all over the world. It's nothing personal, but yeah, I mean she just as easily just like put no, like you can undo.
Yeah, and this is the girl. This is the page girl's.
This is the proof that he's not harassing her.
This is pages.
This particular thing is the proof that she's not harassing her. She didn't undo it. It's just hanging there. And I don't go for this fucking shit. Well, he should have known. I mean, women are fucking fantastic at doing that. He should. Well, no. You have to say no. Destiny's been big on that too. I've noticed. Thank God. You gotta say no. You gotta say no. Go ahead.
Connor said, and Connor showed up in the chat, and he said, in this situation, Tipster isn't a creeper. In the DMs with AP, he is.
What do you do with AP?
I guess that's related. Like, AP came out with some DMs or whatever with Tipster to support Doejenggles or something after this. This was like this morning, and that's kind of what we were talking about before the show. All the stuff getting posted on Twitter.
Let's see. You sent me something?
Matt.
Did I send you something?
No, I thought AP.
Did you, Matt? Did you send him the AP over 9K?
Well, yeah. I thought we were gonna do that after the Bloodsport, but yeah, I'll send.
Yeah.
I believe I
think I'm gonna end it actually.
Well, to be fair, the Bloodsports. I mean, you hear what it is, right? It's literally this back and forth for like the next 15-20 minutes,
right?
And then at the end, Tipster is like sort of apologizing for it.
I gotta be honest with you. I think this is over and done with. I don't think she's. I don't know how good faith she was being. I'm not 100% sure. I just I don't think this is as simple as like I think she's a creep. I want to say this publicly, and that's it. It seemed a lot more personal than that. And it seemed like she was trying to paint him to be something that he wasn't. Now I know why Muda always looks so damn tired. I'm not getting that shit. I like Muda. And I don't know if I don't like this person, but I think she's out of line. I mean, I don't have to. Just because you're out of line, I don't think doesn't mean I have to hate you. What the hell is this horse shit?
This is
Isn't fucking Connor like a Christian wacko? I wouldn't trust him.
Connor. Wait, Connor.
Connor's not the one who made the leaks. It's AP over 9K.
Yeah, that.
No, but he said he was a creep. I wouldn't trust anybody who's a creep. You fucking. I
don't know if he's a Christian wacko.
I have no idea where you got that from, Tommy. I'll be honest.
Really? I seem to remember.
I have no clue. I never once have ever gotten that feeling from Connor.
Okay.
I think you just love the phrase Christian wacko.
He likes to debate.
Wacko, period.
Like he likes to debate Christian stuff sometimes.
I think you got him confused with me.
I click on this. Hold on a second. What? Let's see. Why isn't this showing up? It's pissing me off.
Oh no.
The whole truth?
They all deleted? Is that something with the ad block or something?
Well, I got some of the DMs anyways from the Connor tweet, and so I'll send you that as well.
See how
you don't have to look at all of them anyways. So.
Creepy. I just turned the ad block off. Oh no, nada, niente.
What?
Gonix.
Doesn't make sense.
Hold on, because I swear, who's that sleepy Cerberus?
Works with me, yeah, it works for me.
See. All right, so this is from Connor's tweet. Hold on. Gotcha. Anything pink-haired, goth mommy? Okay. She laughs. What can I say? I got a thing for goth chicks. This is nothing wrong with that. That makes him a creep. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, is that with? And that's with AP?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is nothing. This is like I like. You can like I could even do that with my be flirtatious. This is flirtatious for sure. Notice a new PFP. Not gonna lie, looking kind of hot in pink. I'm allowed to watch porn, right?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
what's going on?
My wife's here. I'm allowed to watch porn, right? Yeah. Okay. Just want everybody to know. Oh, thank you. No, I'll explain it later. I'm coming to bed. I'll watch TV with you.
Yeah, well, you're coming to something else first.
She's shaking her behind at me.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Noticed a few PDF. Not gonna lie, looking kind of hot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, looks really good. Got even hot. If the other person's okay with this and his wife's okay with this, that's the end of this fucking story. This is real. I think people like. I think this is ridiculous. This is the fucking like. We're becoming very Victorian.
All right, there's one I specifically sent you.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, AP is about as trustworthy.
Also, can you show them on screen?
AP is about as trustworthy as the actual AP. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Who is this I'm looking at again?
AP over 9K?
Yeah, she's got tattooed eyebrows. That's AP. Yep.
Okay. She's tattooed eyebrows.
She has tattooed eyebrows.
Like a normal person.
All right,
did you want to show them on screen, Tommy? Or
wait a minute. Is this chick? Does she just show off her body and her look for a living?
She's a TikToker. She's got like a huge TikTok following.
Is it sexually oriented? Not necessarily sexually, like she's showing her tits or stuff like that, but it's definitely her.
I don't know. I think she's just a TikToker.
Okay,
I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. Also, your friend is kind of cute. Ooh, she's 16. What are they gonna be? Everybody's done that at one point in their life.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember this joke on MTV. This guy told us like he goes, I really like watching the like it was a joke on. They used to have a show called the Half Hour Comedy Hour, and this guy's like, I stopped watching the Olympics. I used to really get into gymnastics, and I'm like, oh wow, look at that chick over there, 15-year-old Jane Smith from Idaho. Like whoops, whoa. That's all that is to me. Oof. She's a gorgeous young lady. There's no way she would have known she's 16. You wouldn't know my.
So she purposely cut that DM, by the way. She took out the "she's a gorgeous young lady" part or something, and it was like
who purposely took it out? Who?
AP over 9K. AP over 9K.
Really? Oh, wow. So she's dishonest. Boy, Tipster, you got to stop talking to e-girls. Period.
Yeah,
you got to. No, because they're trying to screw you. Now they're trying to screw you.
The real crime is Tipster thinking this is attractive. Fucking. Oh man.
She also. That's pretty bad.
She
sent
lady,
this
I've taken her
today.
Under my wing. Her mom disappeared. Literally poof. I was only joking. I could only see her fingers in the way. But I guess I kind of set myself over that one. Sorry. That's appropriate. That's the adult thing to do. Boy, what a creep. And it's sad to hear what happened to her. Nice of her. Boy, Jesus Christ, you guys.
So she sent a DM to Tipster today before she dropped all the DMs, and it says, "So I won't be back to Twitter. Thank God. This whole thing is out of control. But I figured I might as well drag us both to hell if I'm going to be called the kinds of shit I am. I don't want to be bothered by any of y'all ever again. For the record, I never blamed you entirely for what happened. I was angry that you changed your story publicly and let your friends mock me relentlessly. Then you got on there last night and brought my name up again. Someone messaged me this morning. Please leave me alone. That's what she sent Tipster today before she dropped the DMs.
Well, it was a little too late.
Yeah. I made a fucking video about the drama with her and Tipster, right? And she commented on it. She commented saying like, "Oh, well, you didn't get my side of the story, but so you don't have the whole picture here. I have receipts of this and that." And I said, "Okay, if you have receipts, I'd love to have you. We're going to do a stream about this tomorrow on Doc's channel, and you're free to come on, show the receipts, clear your name, and we'll let you speak your piece." She deleted her comment, and then she just fucked off. So
I'd stay away from this.
You give her a chance. You give her a fucking chance to speak for herself, and she just like please. And she
I'm starting to want. Is she friends with Doejenggles?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think she just came out in support
probably.
of,
She looked like she
Doejenggles
she thought there was going to be a big pile on. And then there was.
Yeah, that's what I get every single time.
Yeah,
this is the feeling I get with AP. That's like she cannot play unless the ball is completely in her fucking court, and she gets to.
How many times
everything.
have we seen this on this channel where like the one thing breaks and then the whole dam breaks and everybody goes, "Oh, he did something to me too." We've seen that.
Yeah.
Guys do that too. It's not even just like a sex creep thing or something like that. Guys do that. Everybody jumps on, and I was wrong by that YouTuber, and I was that's she. She blew her load too quick.
There's one point I wanted to make towards Connor. Connor says in the chat, calling girls hot goth mommies in the DMs is cringe at best.
To you.
I think she called herself hot goth mom. Like I think she
called herself goth mommy. She put goth
it doesn't
mommy
even
in her
matter.
bio.
All that nuance doesn't even fucking matter. If they're okay with it, that's the end of it. If you have a problem with it, stop being a Christian wacko. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Like fucking lighten up. Get off the cross. We need the wood. All right. There you go.
She also put out a huge statement that Nicholas has on his Twitter. It's way too long to read, but it's unhinged.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy.
So who wrote the? I don't even know who wrote the "Leave Me Alone, Please." Who was that?
AP over 9K.
All right, that comes out of nowhere. Yeah, she was trying to get involved with this. Tipster, you really you ought to take fucking heed. Do not bother with these girls.
I'm trying to find this one specific part she said. If you just give me 1 second, there is one part I wanted to read that was All right, so here we go. He does say inappropriate shit in the DMs. The only difference here is that my husband was aware of all of it, and at one point it was deal with it to get your footing in the YouTube scene. Then it became let him keep on since his friend was probably right that he will drop you like a hot potato soon. Funny how that works out.
Well, it's funny if anybody calls you a fucking e-whore and you take exception to it, because that is like the definition of whoring yourself. And I never use that word towards women. Like, never. That's like literally it. And now you're trying to do it through this is more devilish than what Doejenggles did.
Yeah.
This is
and I don't know if Doejenggles is being devilish. I think she just hates Tipster. I think.
Right. Well, that's fair enough, and that's fair enough. Yeah. But the way she went about it doesn't look that way. You can come to the I can't see into her heart, but you can legitimately you can be totally unhinged to come to the conclusion that she had a little more than the axe to grind with him, because her evidence is just so weak to make him a creep. Yeah. And she went on the big show. Like, there's another thing you could have done. Like, blocked him and say, fuck off. But no, you went on the biggest fucking drama podcast there is.
But the whole, with her saying, keep my footing, maybe this will keep my footing in the YouTube scene, I was like, oh, okay. All right, there you go.
This is all money. No, it's chick.
It's a cloud chase. It's a fucking, what is it called? Social climb.
Look, you can't really say that Doejenggles is cloud chasing, because
no, I'm talking about AP.
She's sleeping with the cloud every night.
She's fine. Yeah, she's
fine. So it's so maybe that's probably a pretty good argument. But that she's not doing it for some kind of other means or something like that. But all right, fair enough. I could believe that.
I'm talking about AP over 9K. I think she's social climbing.
Yeah, she's AP overnight's definitely social climbing, and she doesn't have anything to do with fucking Doejenggles. Doejenggles, I think, just tried to make this I think she walked to the door of an I Am Alex. Just walked to the door. She didn't open it. She might have even reach your hand out. But it's just like, yeah, I think like you really get the feeling you want him stained from stuff that his wife doesn't seem to have a problem with. And I got to be honest with you, nor do most people. Even married people, unless you're fucking
Tipster says with AP over 9K, someone called her goth mommy in his chat, and that's where the nickname came from, and she liked it, so it stuck.
I still think I think that's still fucking irrelevant. That fucking that nut job Illuminati have all her fucking mods call her mommy, come to think of it. But it doesn't even matter. It's irrelevant. It's not that creepy. Like if you want to see creepiness and like that you know, he's just like like I can see Tipster at a bus stop in LA with the drool coming out of his mouth, looking at all the broads. All right, fine. Or he's flirtatious. He's also Hispanic, folks. He can't help it. He's Hispanic. What do you want to do? What do you want from him?
You motherfucker. You had to bring that up.
All right, everybody, let's get the fuck.
Don't fuck with the tip, homie.
All right.
Hey, bro. You fucking calling out the Tipster homes, man? You end up on Tipster News, dude.
Homes? You fucking with my egos?
You fucking with the e-horse, dude? Man, shit, I got a goth mommy in the bio, dude. Like,
the family.
We gonna fucking roll up on you, you know? They're gonna fucking put their pachangas out and shit, you know? Panoches all over the fucking block, dude.
Mommy, it was me. I orchestrated the attack.
All right. By the way, final tally of the poll is Tipster a creeper? 65% says no. 34% says yes.
It should be higher.
281 votes.
Yeah. No, you can't really eat girls. No. The only Jessic's the only e-girl that you should be friends with.
You know what's fun? To read like Tipster's tweets.
Wonderful woman.
Read Tipster's tweets in like the in that fucking East LA like Mexican dude. You seem salty that you're not one of them. Sorry, but I don't bother with pick-me girls, dude.
That puts a whole new thing on it. I read another one.
If you do another video,
read this one. Read this one.
Seems you got kind of mad about my little tweet. Meanwhile, you've been tweeting about me for months. I haven't said a peep till now. Also, I go around searching for people on Facebook. The fuck are you talking about? Shit, man.
I can listen to that all day. All right, everybody. I really want to
fucking with my e-girls. You fuck with family.
You fucking with family, dude. You don't come around my fucking block. You don't come around the barrio talking that kind of shit, Holmes. You better fucking recognize where you're at, homie.
You're on the block.
All right, I really want to. My wife hasn't been here since like fucking Wednesday, and I want to go spend time with her. So yeah, it's almost been a week. So
post show with me afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make this one. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Thanks for everything. Donate, sub, share, write comments. Give me all that stuff. It helps. It helps. You want the show to grow. I can't seem to do it, so I need help. All right, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you Thursday. Bye.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
At least I've seen what a vagina looks like and experienced its gentle caress.